last year.
People are saying his body weight might be a tell, weighing in at 178.84, and that's similar to his body weight at the World Championships. And Sheffield, he was as high as 186.
Yeah, I did hear. We have the chants going up already. The biggest guy with the biggest weights. But as you say, I'd heard that he'd come down in body weight, but it looks like it's pretty much the same as it was in Lithuania at Classic Worlds.
How will the body weight affect this squat? Wow.
That was fantastic. Wouldn't it be amazing to have Sheffield 1 Jesus here today?
And I tell you what, with those big men, oftentimes, historically speaking, but what a monstrous squat for the 105 kilo class. And speaking of monster squats, Jesus Olivares, 455, over 1,000 pounds.
Now this has been his second squat in his last 4 competitions. He's done 425, 455 at the last 2 Sheffield and the last 2 World Championships.
30 kilo jump.
It's his standard format, so we should see him make short work of this.
Wow, and you know what? We seen 455 in prep for Sheffield, and it looked like a grinder. Come the day of, it looks like an appropriate second attempt. And Jesus setting him, and here's Jesus. Wow, he looks downright emotional. I have never seen Jesus this amped up. 465, and this means a lot for him. 10 kilo jump, and I'll tell you what, Jesus can fight if he needs to.
So he did 11:52.5 at the first Sheffield. He hasn't been terribly close to that since. It would be fantastic to get a performance to match that here today. And of course, all his performances are matched against that world-beating one from the first Sheffield.
Oh, and the strongest, a little dip.
The bar went down, I think.
You know what? And I'll have to agree with that, but a moral body weight impacts that bench press. Let's see what happens.
He doesn't seem to have moved very far since Worlds, though. It's a little bit down from where he was at the last Sheffield. Opened with this at the last Sheffield, but then didn't get any other bench in.
You know, we talk about his body weight, but Sheffield 2023, 178 kilos, and that's when he did 11:52.5. So the body weight stays consistent with that.
It's pretty much identical.
Right. Bench moved well.
Good. Big sink and a big push.
And one thing body weight doesn't affect that much anyways for the big men is the deadlift.
I wondered if he was going to get called for heaving. Well,
265 for his second attempt, 10 kilo jump. Made relatively easy work at 255.
And when he had all the trouble at the last Sheffield on his bench, he took a 20 kilo jump and then couldn't hit it. So this is a smart move. Go up 10, this should go.
And 272.5 being his previous personal best. If he hits this with authority, we're right there and we might see a PR attempt. I think we're going to see it loaded.
I think we are.
Over 600 pounds is going to be loaded.
I think that was a lot cleaner than his opener too.
Yeah, he's got the pep in his step right back, doesn't he? And his deadlift training, it's gone well leading into this. Joey Flex giving some last-minute pointers. Jesus, a man on a mission. If we get a 1,000-pound squat and a 600-pound bench press, hey, I'll take it.
And we know his deadlift's up.
Might we get a 900-pound bench deadlift? Oh, it looks good to me, Joe. The judges agree.
It looks good to the referees.
272.5.
The junior from Georgia. So I think he'll be very much wanting to take that back.
385 kilos for Jesus Olivares, USA.
And as it looks now, Shell, Perk, and Russell in the overall standings. I move fast. 3 white lights.
Has a tendency to unlock a little bit at the top.
Olivares looking for the biggest deadlift in IPF history in only the second round of pulls.
He wants back what's his. Tamer Samkaradzi's broken it a couple of times now. Nonso Chinye had a go at it from the juniors.
And this will shoot him into the top 5 with the run round of pulls left to go. These rankings shaking up with each and every deadlift. If he hits this, 11:39.
Well, let's see how this moves, see how much more he might have. But generally, we don't see him struggle with deadlifts. Generally, they're fast, and if he misses, it's on a technical miss.
Yep, pay attention to the lockout.
Oh, wow.
It was fast, but again,
Just seems to get away from him at the top.
right there. Yeah, it looks almost like he came up on his heels, his toes. Here it comes, and the crowd chants Jesus.
He calls for the crowd and they respond. Takes him to 11:39.
Oh, out of his hands, just at the knees.
That's a real shame. He was looking in great shape this year. So,